Okay, so this is Frank. I don't want to burn any PSI here, so let's see here.
Look at this
What
mulleted
do we got?
retard.
What do we got? Well, let's check the status first, because... So we're missing about 12 HP. Well, 13, technically. We're gonna fight him. Let's fight him. Let's fight Frank.
Yeah. First boss. Let's go.
Okay, let's see. I don't want to, like, burn any PSIs. I'm just gonna try to tank this guy out.
This guy looks like the stepdad whose ass you always wanted to kick.
It's your stepdad Terry that keeps drinking your Mountain Dew and has sex with your mom.
You gotta do something about it.
Okay. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Why do you think Ness never sees his dad? Ooh, you're gonna have to get the controller to me, buddy.
So, I just got my ass whooped. I'm gonna pass it back to Alex. Here we go.
Alright, here we go.
Frank is gonna meet his maker, and his maker is named Alex.
I was gonna say Jesus Christ, but...
In the name of Jesus Christ. Get the magic butterfly. It's gonna, like, negate that we have to go home.
Cool.
Sweet. We have some pee-pee. Start. You remember, you drink water to recover your pee-pee. Alright. Frank is gonna go down, and we're gonna eat his ass.
Oh, hell yeah. I did not actually think that would work.
Nobody woke up. But that gave us a free recovery, so that works. The thing is, the attack that you really want to watch out for is when he brandishes the knife, because that's going to be his hardest hitting attack.
How come when he brandishes the knife, it gives you damage? That doesn't make any sense.
Or that he just, like, pulls it out and shows it to you.
Yeah, that's what brandishing means.
I don't know, like, at least it's, like, kind of comforting to know that he's not, like, stabbing a kid. Well, actually, he probably is.
He probably is, because it gives you damage.
Frank the domestic terrorist. He just, like, fucking built a robot. This is actually kind of hard. You can't use hypnosis against this guy. So you really just kind of have to, like...
Hope for the best.
Yeah, essentially. You just gotta tank it. Okay, so he just generated a burst of steam, so he's gonna hit pretty hard. So when he generates a burst of steam, you can expect him to hit pretty hard. Like, because it boosts his attack. It doesn't tell you, though.
Boom.
Okay.
That's all it takes,
So,
boys and girls.
This game, the difficulty spike, it is so much different if you just, like, bother to equip the proper items.
So, since we're playing an RPG, I feel like the story's appropriate because Weston, I feel like I had an actual, like, NPC experience the other night.
Oh, yeah?
And I don't want to say NPC in the fact that I'm actually disparaging the fact that they're a human being, but it was such an unnatural thing that it just,
Hang on,
like...
talk to him again.
Oh, talk to him again? It entertained the hell out of me because, like, I just couldn't believe that, like, a human being in the actual real world would do something like this. So, like, there was a guest at the restaurant that I work at, and he came in, and he was like, when people are by themselves, the fact that, like, everything's taking longer than it should be is, like, tenfold. Like, I measure how long I should take to actually get to a table based on, like, how many people there are. Because, like, with a large party, they're usually pretty preoccupied with talking to each other, where, like, if you take a couple extra minutes to, like, actually get to the table, they won't really mind. One-tops are, like, it's really important. Where am I going? Sorry.
You gotta go to the police station.
Okay, so one-tops are really important to, like, actually get to quickly, because if you're sitting there by yourself, the concept of time is definitely going to be, like, slow. So, like, this one guy comes in, and he's not even my fucking table, but, like, he's one of those people who keeps, like, talking to you because, like, you're just walking past him and shit like that. Sorry, Humphreys wants pats. But, like... So, like, meanwhile, he flags me down every once in a while to, like, get him shit because, like, his server's taking too long to get to him because he's a one-top and his concept of time is skewed. And...
Police station.
Where's the police station?
Go down. It's by the arcade.
Oh, really?
Anyway, continue. So he's a one-top.
This dude he like tells me, hey, can you cancel my order? And I'm just gonna go. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I go and fucking tell the kitchen to like get rid of his order. I think that like an hour and a half must have passed. And who am I talking to?
Wait. You go to the town hall, not the police station.
Okay, town hall.
That's right.
So Weston, an hour and a half passes in between me like helping him out with his shit while his server's taking forever. And he just tells like he comes back into the restaurant and I'm like, oh hey, have you been helped by the like because like there's like a deli area in the restaurant, like outside of the restaurant where you can get food if you don't want to eat in the actual restaurant. And he comes back into the restaurant and sits at the same table like an hour and a half later. It's like he just never left. He's just like, well, okay, so the deli doesn't have food that I want, so I'm just gonna like eat at the restaurant again. So he left and then he came back, and I was just like, dude, this is like what a fucking video game character would do. Like it was such an unnatural thing. Like it felt like I was in a like. That's a simulator thing for me personally.
Exactly, because like the thing is, he left because he thought his service was taking too long. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go anywhere else. So,
where's town hall?
Town hall. It's in the center plot, right there.
Right here. Cool. But isn't that weird? Like it was so weird.
That's really weird.
He was such a weird guy.
That's the thing is like when you work in like any sort of service position where you're interacting with the public, you realize like just how many weirdos there are out there. Like there are so many different people. Like you interact with rich people. Like, at least for me, and I'm not divulging anything, so this can be left in.
Sure.
Like, you interact with rich people, poor people, like, people from all sort of different backgrounds.
Uh-huh.
And, like, one thing I've noticed is, like, people that dress nicer are typically the ones that, like, you can tell, like, they have money.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are going to give you a hard time. Because they're entitled.
Yeah.
And, like, that... I don't know.
That's the thing is, like, this guy wasn't even entitled. He was literally just some weirdo who was like, okay, this is taking too long, so I'm gonna leave. Oh, wait, I still want food, so I'll wait. Like, it was such a weird fucking situation. I've never had that happen to me before, where somebody leaves, and then they think, I'm gonna go back in and see if it'll work better the second time. Like, I just couldn't fucking believe it.
I never told you about my Wendy's experience.
No,
There was a... So I was pulling into a drive-thru at a Wendy's, and there was like a Honda Odyssey in front of me. Like there was a truck at the microphone.
Yeah.
And a van, and then it was me. So anyway, the van starts to pull away, and like I took a Snapchat, and I put like too impatient for a Wendy's drive-thru, and I circled the van. But the thing is, I never sent the Snapchat, and as I was waiting in line behind this truck.
Hang on, where am I going?
Hang on, check your inventory.
Key to the shack.
So you got to go up to the giant step now.
Cool.
But anyway, so as I'm sitting there, I was like, I'm kind of like laughing at the fact that this van was too impatient to wait for Wendy's. But as I was sitting there and this truck was just taking forever, I was like, you know what? Screw this, and I left. So like, it just kind of goes to show like you never want to really kind of jump the gun with situations and that sort of thing, like judging someone, I guess. I don't know.
Have you ever seen somebody like while you're at like a gas station?
You're at the right spot.
Well, how do I get in? Because I have the key.
You got to use the key.
Okay. Have you ever seen somebody like get irrationally mad in public?
You're forgetting where I work. Every day.
I'm saying like outside of work where you're just like hanging out, minding your own business, and then like somebody in front of you is just like, what the fuck is going on here? When somebody takes like too fucking long to like get like their order in or some shit.
Yeah, dude, people like the public, like people are just so interesting. Okay, so here's the fun fact.
That's the thing about working in literally any industry where you're dealing with people is it's like a constant psychological like experiment. I don't know. It's so interesting.
So here's a little fun fact. The Rowdy Mouse actually has like a super high gut stat, which is gonna let them like get smash hits a lot more frequently. Because if you notice, these guys get smash hits like super frequent.
They get smashed.
Yes.
That's why they're rowdy. It's because they've been drinking too much.
I'm a little bit of a rowdy mouse right now, not gonna lie. But I feel like it keeps the commentary interesting, so... But no, like, just on the
outside of us saying that we've had a few, I don't think that anyone would notice that we're actually fucked up right now.
I feel like I'm slurring pretty badly.
You're not.
Maybe that's just, like, the fact that I'm having to focus on, like, talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember these assholes. Oh, yeah, I remember this shit.
This is where you're gonna get overrun here, because... Okay. Anyway. So, on the notion of, like, people just getting irrationally mad, there's so many situations that I encounter every day where it's just, like, people just get, like... They act so put out over the smallest things. It's like, if they experience a minor inconvenience... Because, like, I don't know.
Well, like, what I was saying that is that people just need to relax. And then I just remember this table... they were literally probably the most pleasant table I've ever had. Mm-hmm. And like I've had a lot of pleasant tables at the restaurant, but like these two were like, they were so like indubitably like just nice. And at the end of the day, I was just like, so how was everything tonight? And they were just like, oh my god, you've been great. The food was amazing. The only problem we can say is that the table next to us, they kept arguing, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so annoying. And they were just like, the dude was like, I wanted to tell them so bad that they like needed to smoke some weed, and I fucking started dying at my fucking table. I was like, dude, I love that. Like, I agree. That's what they need. Like, a table literally told me that a fucking table next to them needed some fucking weed, and that was the best experience I've ever had working.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think about that more than you'd think. It's like, whenever I'm like stressed out, I'm just like, man, you just need to relax and smoke some J.
See, we're getting at the point where, like, we are two-rounding these rowdy mice, and I couldn't be happier. Because
let me ask you this. At your job, is there ever the point where you're just, like, you become, like, overconfident in your own abilities as far as the job goes, that you start thinking about, like, other ways that you could apply it in the world? Like, every time I notice anything that people normally wouldn't notice as, like, a server, I'm just like, man, maybe I should be a detective. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I kind of feel that. Like, the thing is, I definitely look at, like, a lot of, I look at a lot of behaviors a lot in public.
Yeah.
Like, when we went to that bar, and there was that, like, I don't know, it was like that weird situation with the guy in the wheelchair, and it was his birthday, and, like, he had those girls with him or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the whole time I was watching that situation and, like, observing to it, like, kind of listening because they were right next to us.
Yeah.
I was like, this is sketchy. This is weird.
You're like Jason Bourne.
So we just got a skip sandwich.
Like, there's a scene in the first Jason Bourne movie where he walks in and he's just like, I've memorized every license plate in the parking lot, and, like, I know the face of everybody that's in this bar. That's you whenever you go to bars now that you work at the airport, dude.
Essentially.
And I'm not saying that I get fixated on it ever, but, like, there's always that, like, passing idea in your head where you just, like, start considering ideas that you've never considered before. Like, maybe I could be a detective. Like, it's so weird.
You know, sometimes, as tacky as it sounds, like, sometimes I'll see, like a weird item in public.
Yeah.
And I'll just kind of be like, I wonder what that looks like on the x-ray.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I see things in x-ray sometimes. It's, like, as weird as that is to say. So the Antoids here, these guys like to heal each other a lot.
Dude, this game is so fucking cool.
I love Earthbound, man. I love Earthbound, Mother 2, Mother 3. Not so much Mother 1, though. Mother 1 is really not that good of a game, and don't at me on that.
How about this? So, I've never really played Mother 0. Or Mother 1, or Earthbound 0, whatever the fuck.
Did you see that?
No.
We just got PSI yellow.
Oh, sweet. Anyway, so I want the first time that I play Earthbound 0 to be on this channel. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Woo. I hiccuped while I was saying that, but...
Because
oh, yeah?
Zelda 2 for you is a blind playthrough. So, like, we should always, like, just show each other shit on the channel that we, like, don't know about. That would be fun. Because if at least one of us knows what we're doing, then the other person, like, being presented with it could be, like, a lot of fun.
That's kind of why I want to do Thracia, because, like, Thracia would be a blind playthrough for both of us.
Yeah, dude. And you know that, like, even though I don't really set aside time to play Fire Emblem, I really like the idea of it, so...
How did we kill that Rowdy Mouse so fast?
They're only doing 1 damage.
Yeah, but he was getting, like, life upped every turn. That was really weird. See, the thing is, like, early game in Earthbound, you're, like... It has the scrolling HP system. So it's like, if you get a mortal attack, if you have enough HP, you can actually tank that and heal yourself before it hits 0.
That's the thing I like about Earthbound is, like, once you really get into it, it like, the game kind of starts being a breeze. And, like,
well,
it's one of those things that you don't really notice until you play other RPGs and other mother games that, like, Earthbound is really just, like, a fucking cakewalk.
It really is, in a sense.
And, watch, I'm gonna get my ass fucking handed to me. Alright, maybe not.
Well, they just burn their turns, so hooray.
Fucking idiot. Life up when your fucking life is already up.
I mean, I can't really fault the Super Nintendo for having bad AI.
I've seen better AI in the fucking Mac chess.
In Mac chess?
Oh, did you ever play Mac chess?
No, is it, like, notoriously bad?
No. Like, the AI in it is, like, really good. That's the thing about Mac chess.
It's kind of like Age of Empires. Like, if you play against AI, like, if you... I remember there was, like, this... I had a really surreal experience playing Age of Empires because, like, I played against AI, and I recorded the match so I could watch, like, a replay.
Yeah. To study it.
I spectated the AI's perspective. They can literally do more actions than you can. Like...
Explain.
Like, it's frame perfect. The AI knows exactly where to jump, what to command where, like, who to send who to go get what.
What difficulty were you on?
I was playing on, like, hard, I think.
Okay.
Like, the thing is, like, the AI, like, it's frame perfect. Like, there is no way you can... Like, there's, like, it's just... It's so far past human level. It's ridiculous. But obviously, it's, like, it's not really past human level because people can beat the AI, obviously. But, like, early game, you're gonna get trounced by the Persians.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
okay.
my shit.
Yo, use PSI yellow here.
All I can think about when it comes to, like, people being good at Age of Empires is Dylan. And, like, literally all Dylan would do was, like, spam the P-tards. He would just, like, throw a bunch of fucking P-tards at you.
That's the shitty thing about playing with Dylan is, like, as soon as you get to, like, the feudal age, he'll just, like, spam garbage units, like the friggin' halberdiers. He'll just spam those, and you can't do anything against him because, like, he has an army and you don't.
I can only speak for Dylan as far as, like, Age of Empires goes.
Nice.
But what?
Nice.
Hell yeah. But, like, dude, he is such a dick to play Age of Empires with, and I can only imagine, based on knowing Dylan, that he's a douchebag when it comes to other multiplayer games, too.
That's the thing, like, playing with Dylan is he knows that he's annoying, and that's how he succeeds.
Yeah, he banks on it.
Exactly.
Dylan will definitely be on the channel.
At some point.
Yeah. No, not even at some point, like, soon.
Have we ever had him?
No. But actually...
No, we had Jake. We had Jake on
Jake on the... If you guys want to go...
Can we find this butterfly?
As of right now, multiplayer Ocarina of Time Rebooted is not unlisted. And you can watch it just by looking it up on YouTube. But I will be adding it to the classics playlists eventually. So that means that it will not be on the main channel. You'll have to go to the playlists in order to watch it. So that's a heads up for anybody who will wonder what that is.
You know, I think at some point we probably should, like, do, like, a little showcase on Ocarina of Time Online. But, like, I don't know. Like, Ocarina of Time Online, that would really only be good as a one-off. You feel? If nothing else.
I think that if we steer clear of Ocarina of Time for at least a little while, that'll be okay. I agree with you there.
Yeah, the thing is, like, We can't just be known as like, oh, Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time. Like make Majora's Mask online, and then we'll talk.
That's the thing about this channel is, like, I don't think that either of us are doing anything just for the fact that we'll probably get views based off of it. Like, literally everything that we do is going to be based on stuff that we want to do.
Exactly.
And, like, that's what I like about what we're doing so far is that just, like, if people we know are the only people who are watching this shit, then that's okay with me, just because, like, it's fun to do.
Exactly. I agree with you on that.
There's like there are literally rappers out there who have the same sentiment. They're just like, I don't give a shit if anyone sees this. I just want to be able to make it, and if somebody likes it, then kudos to them, you know?
They're doing what they want to do.
And like, it's like Pacho146 as a channel is like by definition demonetized because of what we did way back in the day. But like, I have plans, and definitely not to exclude you, Weston, because, like, I definitely plan to include you in anything I want to put on my own channel, and I'm sure that you feel the same way about your channel, but, like, we have our own channels that we want to put our own shit on, and, like, if we want to run ads on that shit, then we can, but it's like, Pacho146 is always going to be non-profit.
The thing is, like, YouTube is kind of a dying platform, so, like... And, like, a lot of people are kind of coming around to that idea. They're like, yeah, YouTube really isn't that great. Okay, let's see how this works, because, like, we have no PSI. We're gonna want to take out his supports there. Take out his supports. His, Antoids.
How?
Because he's just gonna keep getting healed. So... I'd probably eat a hamburger at this point.
Weston's my ref.
Okay. So, go to Bash after this, because the thing is, they're going to keep healing each other, so go to... Oh. You gotta select your target when you do the Bash.